right, guys, let's get into the Amazing Race. This couple here, they portray like they're not a threat, and as they constantly remind us about their intelligence, they actually are a threat. So, now, I was a little bit not happy last night. Y'all know I'm going to give my opinion about this. I really wasn't all that happy when they did the U-turn. And we'll get into the U-turn in just a moment. So the couples are racing, couples, friends, a group of people. They're all racing, right? And there's opportunity in this race. They can do, I think they call it a U-turn, where if they're ahead of the game or they want to mess up somebody's game, to slow them down. Now, for some reason, all of a sudden, everyone is in an alliance. Okay? The couples are getting with each other like, oh, I want to work with you. I'm going to work with you. Okay? And this actually leads to somebody leaving the show. Now, I don't understand or really agree with the choice that they made to pick somebody. But at the same time, if you are not a part of an alliance, most likely you will be the one that's kicked out. And I know that on most reality shows, you're like, oh, they got an alliance and they're going to exclude certain people. Well, in this show, I feel like if you get excluded, it's because you're not part of the alliance. I don't think it's any more than that. Their very first episode, where we saw the whole horn situation, is where it actually got started. If it hadn't been for them helping each other out because they liked a certain couple or whatever, certain couples would have gone home. Okay, so can we say that being in an alliance in a group is a bad thing? No, because right now the most people who were dominating was the same people. The couple, they was kicking butt. But this week, there was a turn of events. Now, just being honest, okay, just really being honest. I'm not going to speak bad about alliances, because sometimes alliances can help you further yourself in a game, reality show, competition, whatever you are doing. So it's very understandable why people do actually do alliances. But last night when I watched, and I was trying to see, because the competition that I was seeing, honestly, was between supposedly the really smart couple. Well, yes. And then those two young men, who I was super happy dominated last night, baby. Okay? They put that couple up for the U-turn. They had to go back and see. The thing about it, you either do cooking or you make the hut, the roof for the king. And then they choose. If yes is okay, you get the clue, you move on. Okay, well, last night everybody was struggling with it. Well, not struggling. Some did really good with the cooking, but with the building of the roof, it was a struggle with that with a lot of people. It was. Okay? And when you kept forgetting your bag, everybody kept forgetting their bag, the different items they needed for the cooking. You had to have different things to put the food together, and not people were going on to the next event or getting on a boat and getting in the water and going and like, oh my God, we've got our bag. They had to turn around, go back. Many of them did that. That's why I said this competition, you can tell that it's about everybody who's playing and who's participating and trying to get through it, right? And some people help each other out like, hey, go get your bag. The bad thing was, you left your bag behind, you went too far. If you left your stuff over there and somebody went back because they left their bag, baby, your stuff was just free to get. And that's the way it goes in the competition. Okay? So, the sad thing was, two people got turned around, a U-turn. Okay? One got sent home. Now, with the U-turn, they got picked by, the same people that everybody supposedly shouldn't be threatened by, them. I didn't understand why they chose them. They really weren't part of an alliance, but these two chose them to get the cutaway. So they struggled. These two, I was really happy that they won. They killed it. And see, when they gave them I think they called it U-turn or whatever, they had to go back and build the roof. And she was breaking down. She was so upset. She was so mad. But see, when you was aligning with other people and, forming your alliance, this is what happens. You are seen as a threat if you have a team of people who are winning. So they're going to come after you, yes. So I didn't understand the tears, okay? Because at the end of the day, you put up the father and the son, and I guess because they weren't part of no alliance. They put them up to save their friends. It was strategy. I kind of didn't understand why they chose them, but they wanted to make sure that they was out of the race so that their friends could make it. Now, some people were saying, was it a race thing? You chose, we already had a person, two people of color, women, get sent home, And then we have a father and son. You choose to pick them. Now, you can go back and forth about that if you want. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, they left their bag like everybody else did. I think the sisters were trying to tell them about the bag, but they were going too fast. I remember they said she was trying to say something, but they didn't listen. They kept going. So you can say it's partly their father left the bag. You can go through different scenarios about that and see why. I mean, at the end of the day, the couple that won, I was happy to see them win. I mean, just being coming from where they were in the bottom and everything else to win, I was extremely happy for them. But the father and son were the last leg, the last one to come through, so they ended up being sent home. And then their emotional father and son moment, it got me emotional. I think of my dad, and I just love to see them like, look. He's like, look, I lost, we lost, but in the end you could tell they won, because he's like, I got to spend time with my son, just me and him, to do something this adventurous. He plays basketball, was a big, whatever. And I don't know, I just like the way he ended, even though it was sad. But I like Amazing Race in the competition. You guys drop your comments below and let me know what you guys think about what I've said. If you agree or disagree, I am curious to know. Okay?